Hey everyone, it's Susan. How you doing? Here today with a short video around the 777 Sirian Gateway. And it's a bit of an exciting time because when we get these moments like the equinox, the solstice, the full moons, the new moons, the dates, the 777. So tomorrow will be the 7th of July 2023, which brings in that 777 energy, and there's an activation that's happening. It's that these times are markers. They're times where we can stop and reflect, but also open up to different cosmic energies, because in our life, these times that are happening, there's always movement in the cosmos around us, and that movement is happening in a way to awaken us, to support us, and to guide us. So this 777 frequency, which happens on the 7th of July, wherever you are, and I'm recording this on the 6th of July, that awakening is for you to stop and reflect and open. So the reflection will be based on what is it in your life that is not working, and what deception has there been around you, either within you or around you. So the energy of deception and truth has been a strong one since we had the solstice a few weeks ago. So Sirian energy is very precise and loving and compassionate and warm. And tomorrow on the 7th, that Sirian Gateway, that portal opens. It's already been opening. It's kind of as we move closer to the planet itself. It's almost like you could say we're in direct alignment with it. And remember that on the 8th of August, we're going to have the Lionsgate portal. And just as a little bit of personal aside here, which I'll throw in, my brother's birthday is the 7th of the 7th, and I'm on the 8th of the 8th. So I often think my mother was very clever in how she did that. But aside from that, the Sirian portal, the energy that's opening and will, it doesn't ever close, but it's calling us to receive guidance. And the guidance that is coming through at the moment will be particularly strong. It will be strong and it will be instructional, because that's what Sirian energy is. They are there as the builders, the architects, the ones with advanced technology, those of the Sirian energy. And when we can allow ourselves to open to receive it consciously, then we will be asking to be more aware of what it is or what steps we need to take. So it's very action driven. This 777 is very action driven. Now, given that the 7 year is about self-mastery, what is it that you're here for? What is it that you're avoiding? What is it that you're not stepping into? What is it that you want more of that you don't believe you can experience? So let's say it's really amped up on the 7th. Let's say it's given it's like we're being given this huge injection of beautiful galactic energy. So that energy is love, it's instructional, it is guidance. It may come to you in the form of words, it may come in your dreams. Dreams at the moment are being very technicolor in a way. And if you're not paying attention to your dreams, then you're missing out on so much additional information that your soul wants to give you. Obviously, learning how to interpret your dreams is an individual thing. And for those of you that are on that path, you will know that you are being given so many signs that there is so much support for you in your chosen field, in your chosen project, or in your chosen relationship energy. So a very exciting time. I thought I would draw a couple of cards around it and see in a minute. So I'm going to use Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light cards. It feels very appropriate for this energy. I would encourage you tomorrow, or on the 7th, whenever you're watching this, and I know when I put a YouTube video up, sometimes they don't get seen immediately, that this 777 frequency and activation is happening. It will happen even if you've watched it afterwards. And if it is, 2 or 3 days afterwards, just be aware that even at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the next few days, it's another time when you can focus your energy and awareness and actually call down the Sirian frequency. They're very water-based. They're very blue energy. It's bright. You will see Sirius as a bright star in the sky. It was known as the dog star. And, there's lots of myths around how did the dogon people know. And they're the ancient Egyptian people that knew that star was there. And they and it's often known as the dog star because it was, if you like, discovered or revered by ancient Egyptian people. So it has very strong ties to Egypt, this energy of Sirian energy. It sounds like I'm saying serious, but it is a time to get serious. It's a time to embrace that Sirian frequency within you. And it is very much a harmonic code. So I'm also being shown and told that there will be codes of light that get activated within you. And you might think that is all, we hear these things on all of these different times that things come. But if you look back at the last few years, particularly since 2012, and you look at your own personal and spiritual growth, these things don't happen immediately. And if you look at a tree growing, if you ever go into a forest and you see one of these massive, massive trees, it would be lovely, wouldn't it, to have a time-lapse camera over 1,000 years to have seen the growth of that tree. Well, that's a bit like you. You don't often see the growth, but the growth is there. The expansion of your awareness, expansion of your consciousness. So light codes within you being activated. It could activate your creative energy. It could activate your artistic and poetic energy. Anything that you want to build, anything that you want to create, any connections that you want to make. So this is a time to really focus on that and allow it to be manifest in the physical world. So I'm going to use these Keepers of the Light, and I'll just draw a few cards just to give us some extra, I guess in a way, inspiration from this Sirian Gateway. What do we need to understand more about? What can we learn more about? What other information can we get, or guidance? So the first one is Lord Shiva, Transcendence. I like this. It says, rise up to honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Now, you couldn't actually get a better card for given, this 7/7 activation. So rise up and honor your inner force. That's your inner light, your chi, your energy, your soul's essence. And steps are being given. And that's what I said. It's very instructional energy, the Sirian. I see them as kind of like helicopter pilots, and they've got their headpieces in, and those Sirian Star Beings that are helping us at this point. They are giving us instructions through signs. Many of you may be very attuned to the numbers at the moment. The 303, the 1111, the 111, all of the, those numbers that you see in synchronicity. So if you're being made aware of those, then know that there is, if you like, a connection being made. It's like they're checking in with you and saying, we want you to know that you're on track, but we also have other information for you. So you need to step into your meditation processes. You need to be asking and be very, very open to receive. And I love that it says dance with the universe, because that's exactly this time that we're doing. That beautiful Lord Shiva energy, snake around his neck of transformation. And snakes, shedding your skin. So potentially you will find that whatever it is that you have been focusing on, maybe it's a new direction. See what else we have. Charity, prayer and contemplation is the words. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So very pink energy, and we see the Sirians as very blue. But this energy of love and compassion and warmth. And, the saying, charity begins at home. So what is it that you want? Ask for it and you'll receive it. And potentially a great time to get back to your spiritual practice of connecting with your guides, praying, asking, more so asking for the guidance as to what, how, where, more than just asking for. I believe, you know, that we have the responsibility here to create what it is that we want. And we have that responsibility to not just expect it to land on our doorstep, but to do what we need to do in order to bring it in. So that's a beautiful card. And the last one, Mother Mary, love and peace. And again, Mother Mary is one of the major channels that I work with in my channeling work. Haven't posted a channeling for Mary for a while. There have been other things I've been focusing on, but that's something that will come. But interesting, the words in the card are let go of the need to be right, choose peace, and mother healing is possible at this time. Always remember a great saying that is, be wrong so others can be right. And that kind of means sometimes we have to pick our battles. Sometimes we have to step away from that need to be right. But maybe people around you may be triggering you at the moment, and it might be important to step away and choose the peace within you to discover what it is, potentially from the way you were mothered or not mothered, that needs healing. And if I look at the card, she's very strong in her gaze. So a lot of things have been done in our lives in the name of love that sometimes haven't always felt like love. And we are only human after all. And even if you've had a beautiful relationship with your mother, it may be the way that you've mothered, or perhaps you haven't been able to be a mother. And so there is healing around that energy required at this time. So that will, in its essence, just ask for another one to see what else goes with that. And Odin is the next one, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Now, for me, that speaks into the truth of who you are. The truth of what you know to be right for you. The truth of what steps you need to take. Maybe other people are trying to convince you otherwise. So the third eye energy, Sirian's very much about, you know, the Sirians are very much there to help us to receive guidance. I feel we'll receive it more through words or images, but images, yes, psychic insight, what you see in your mind, what you're drawn to, the signs, the signals, the images, the omens. So yeah, I wanted to keep it very short and brief, but just wanted to say happy 7th of July, 777. It will be, you know, at 7 a.m. It will be amplified. At 7 p.m. it will be amplified. And just remember this as well. You know that saying when you want to have, when you travel, and they always say, oh, it's happy hour, meaning it's time for a little sundowner. It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. So no matter when you're watching this video, 7 p.m. or a.m. somewhere in the world. So step into that 7 energy. 7 is mystical, it's magical, it's about trust, it's about openness, it's about really knowing that you do have a very strong light. That strong light is very much being activated. It is time for you to own who you are, step into all of who you are, and to enjoy all of who you are. So have a magical day. Again, thank you for all of those beautiful people who are subscribing and following and sharing, loving your comments, loving the community that we're building together. Much love, Susan.